Drifter Week!
Just left the Airbnb, gonna go get some gas, and then we're off to the racetrack. They got the JZX filling up with some E85. Get that thing running right. It's gonna be a real fun day today. I actually never even talked about who's driving that JZX. So obviously Bailey's here, and he's renting that car from Wicknick. You may recognize it from when I was out in Utah. But it's not just him that's driving it. We have Nanami-san from Japan. She's actually a professional drifter in Formula Drift Japan. She is with us on this trip, and she will be piloting that JZX. We'll have to talk to her a bit later, but it's really cool to be able to hang out with a pro drifter from Japan. I'm excited to get to tandem with her too.
Yeah, it has a book. Raise your hands.
Drivers meeting done. Little media shoot thing is done. Track is hot. Let's go drive. First couple laps down, still getting a feel for the track. Obviously I've never been here before, but man, it is fun. And the track's slick too, I'm thankful for that. Really gonna help us low power boys out. But like I said, having an absolute blast. I've only done about 5 or 6 laps and I'm already having so much fun. I'm gonna be here all day, so I'm trying to pace myself, taking a quick break, getting some water. But the next time I go out, I will get some cameras set up for you guys so you can see what this track's like. Still haven't put any cameras on to actually show you guys the track, but man, I'm having fun. Went out and did a handful more laps. Still on the first set of tires and the car is doing great. I did damage a front wheel just a little bit, and we're just gonna see how long it'll last. Let me show you what happened. At a glance, I thought it was just pretty scratched up, but if you look really close, that's not good. But it's holding air, so. Quick change of plans. Someone at the track actually has a welder and is doing wheel repair here. So I'm getting the tire dismounted. I'm gonna bring it over to them. They're gonna weld it up. That way I have no doubt that this wheel will last me because I didn't bring any spare fronts. Our rear would have worked, but either way, at least now we know we're getting taken care of.
And he does have livestock front and rear. There's a little tiny drift truck out here with a JZ in it as well.
All right, let's go get this thing welded. Casual Lamborghini in the parking lot of a drift event. Not something you see every day. Actually, a lot of cool cars in this parking lot. A couple convertible FCs. This whole time I'm not driving, waiting for my wheel to get fixed. And I thought, screw it. I'm gonna put the rears on the front with the not so good tires. It'll be fine. So I take the other side off thinking it's perfectly fine, and that one's cracked in 2 spots too. Both front wheels, pretty ruined. So yeah, that's where we're at. All right. Those laps you saw were with these cheap tires on the front, and it really wasn't that bad. I have to adjust my driving style a little bit because I'm used to using the foot brake to modulate angle, and with no front grip you can't really do that, but it's okay. Small change in style is worth being able to get back out there and have a bunch of fun. I probably won't record a whole lot more just because I'm ready to go have some fun and keep driving, and there's a whole lot more of this to come. Crazy! Getting my other pink wheel fixed. We're gonna throw these new Velino wheels on and new Velino tires. All right, so I just did my first couple laps with the Velino 265s on the rear. Before this trip started, I adjusted some things on my car to get the least amount of grip possible. I expected these tires to be really grippy. I've never ran 265s before, and the first couple laps I almost spun because it's so loose. I was not expecting that. It feels stable, but no traction. So I'm gonna make some adjustments. I'm also still running these cheap tires on the front, which isn't helping at all, but it's a lot of fun, learning new things and having fun while doing it. Plus, how good does this thing look with big 265s now? The other thing is, I really need to take it easy. This track is not safe when it comes to dirt dropping, especially on the inside. And I've done that a couple times now. That's how I broke both my front wheels. And I was trying to be careful, but this is what I've done to the other wheel so far. I definitely need to chill out on the dirt drops in the front. I'm just driving a little too hard, especially on that entrance. It keeps happening because I'm trying to get the entry down, and it's a really fun one when you do get it, but man, big consequences if you get it wrong. Day one of Drift Week is over. Happy to say the car performed flawlessly, no issues, other than the issue I caused by breaking two wheels, but that's okay. They're getting fixed, they'll be back on the car tomorrow. But even with the cheap tires up front, it was still so much fun. The Velinos are crazy in the back. I was not expecting them to be so slick. I'm actually really glad they are because it's gonna make driving a whole lot more fun. But that's gonna be it for tonight. I'll catch you guys back tomorrow morning for more laps at Honda Mussleman Circuit. Good morning. We are back at Honda Mussleman Circuit for day 2 of Drift Week. Pretty excited. Gonna be a real good day.
There was a black S13 that was like a Stancy car. There was an Arizona guy. Who is that kept going off? Yeah. I think maybe it was JP.
All right, track is hot. Let's go do a few laps. handing the keys over to Nanami-san.
Yay!
Did a few laps with Nanami behind the wheel. What do you think?
難しい。
What's so difficult? What's so difficult to drive? Why is it?
ちょっとシートが大きいからここホールドされてないんだけど、
Oh yeah, so the seat is for a bigger man, so it doesn't hold.
このグリップに対してこの遠心力で体をホールドできないから大したことできないんだけど、昨日言った通りこのリアのトラクションを乗せる、押さえつけるのがすっごい難しい。
It's so hard to give a traction on the rear tire to get more.
トラクションキープするの難しい。
It's hard to keep the traction on the rear tire.
すぐこう起き上がってくる。
It comes up right really quickly.
そうするともうフロントのこのダメなタイヤに乗っかるから入ら
And
ない。
the weight is on the front tire, which is really not good at the moment. So she was struggling with the steering wheel as well.
だからもうサイドで向きを変えるしかない運転になる。
So she had to use all the side brakes a lot to change the angle.
サイド以外にもう向きが変わりようがないと。
There's only way to change the angle. Only for your side brake. Yeah.
なのでやっぱりリアのサスペンションがめっちゃ硬い。だからもう沈めることができない。
So the suspension on rear is very hard. So you cannot put a weight on it.
ビューってできないから。で今フロントがすごいグリップして、フロントが何もグリップしないでリアがすごいグリップしてるから余計バランスが悪い。
So the rear grips really good, and front doesn't grip at all. So it's very unbalanced. Yeah.
Makes sense. This is the seat setup we had to do for her. All the pads, my sweatshirt, another pad. Goes out to do a test lap to make sure the JZX is good, and broke a control arm. I don't know what I actually captured on the GoPro. I couldn't even tell when it was on or when it was off. I was just having too much fun driving. It was totally insane. Even with the cheap front tires that are supposed to be my rear and then the big sticky 265s on the back, this car still drives great. I can't believe how good those 265s feel. I may be changing my tire preference now after that. And I'm still on the same set of tires I've been driving all day today. So they last a long time too, which is great. Got some good tandems in too. I actually got to tandem with Naoki. That was insane. I cannot believe how he drives. And he was in the V8 S13. That car is fast and he drives it like an absolute maniac. He was on my door every single transition. It was so cool. Got a few other tandem runs in with some other people, given a few ride-alongs. Overall, just had so much fun. It's really hard to capture all of this because I don't have anybody to help filming, and my focus really isn't on video, even though it should be, because I'd love to share all of this with you guys, but I'm doing what I can, so hopefully you're enjoying it so far. Track's cold right now because somebody crashed or something broke, so as soon as we're back up and running, I'm going to be back out there turning some more laps. Just did a little transition and something in the steering feels off, so it doesn't feel terrible, but it doesn't feel good. So I'm going to pull off track and see what in the world happened. All right, so I just took a look under the front of the car and everything seems just fine. I don't see any issues with it, so I'm hoping...
I'm reading your video.
There we go.
He's killing it today.
Thanks, brother. But everything seems okay. I'm crossing my fingers that it's just the front tires being really cheap tires, and I was on lap like 5 or 6. So I think hot lapping with cheap front tires and just driving more and more aggressive, I may have just put too much heat in them and they couldn't hold up. And it was just understeering a lot, but I don't know. Everything looks and feels okay, at least from what I can see here with the car off the ground. So I'm just gonna hope that it's all good.
I had a lap where I think I broke everything.
Dude, I saw it all. I saw that. Why you right there? I can go Talk about a dream come true to have Naoki actually crash into my car. That was nuts. Not really the way I expected it to. I don't know that I actually got any video of that, but I ended up in a 4-car train. The lead car spun. I was right up on Damien's door. He had to slow down. He had nowhere to go. I kind of bumped Damien, and then I looked behind me. Naoki was behind me. So he hit my quarter panel, the tiniest little bit of damage. My passenger door has a nice mark on it from Damien. I think I filmed the S13 Naoki was driving is pretty bad. So sorry to that. I mean, it wasn't my fault. I didn't have anywhere to go, but still feel kind of bad because it's pretty bad. But thankful that my car is good. Also, I got my pink wheels back. They are now on the front of the car. They hold air. I just don't know how well it's gonna roll because, well, they were welded like halfway around on one of them, so they may be super out of balance. We're still at the track here, so I'm gonna drive back to the Airbnb, and if they are really out of balance on that drive, then I'll just swap them out to something else so I have balanced wheels to drive home on. Because tonight we're going back to the Airbnb, we're gonna relax, get some good night's sleep, and then tomorrow morning we are headed back to California for more and more drifting. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be an end to this one. That is day 1 and 2 of Drift Week in the books. I hope you guys enjoyed it. The filming has been totally chaotic, and I apologize for that. Not having a designated media or film guy kind of sucks. I had that planned and it just fell through at the last minute, but I'm trying to make it work. I hope you guys enjoying the content. Give it a thumbs up if you are. Make sure you're subscribed because it's just gonna get cooler from here. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, wait, hold on. You have to see this sunset because I've never been at a track where the sunset looks so nice.